And this is a story about a young woman called Sarah, played by Candice Brown. And Candice, actually in real life, won the Great British Bake Off. I don't know if you watched that. Bit of a spoiler alert, it is shown in the trailer. She suffers an accident and she passes away. And just before, actually, Celia Imrie, who plays her mother, was about to send her a letter. They've been distant for a very, very long time. She was going to send her a letter and reconnect, and of course that happens. Before she was killed, she was planning to open a bakery with Shelley Conn's character, who has been a lifelong friend to her. They trained together as bakers and chefs, and obviously that's gone down as well. Then you have her daughter in the film, who is played by Shannon Tarbert, and she's obviously grieving at the loss of her mother. So you have these three generations of women. You have Celia Imrie, the grandmother, Shelley Conn, who's the best friend, and Shannon Tarbert, the daughter, who all decide to honour the memory of their mother by opening her bakery in Notting Hill in London. Really is such a sweet, charming, very delightful movie in the same vein of Finding Your Feet and, of course, Fisherman's Friends. I think these are perfect Sunday afternoon, at home with your nan, have a cup of tea and a biscuit. Those types of movies that are really they're not groundbreaking, they're not supposed to be preachy. They are simply there to make you feel good and make you warm inside. And I definitely feel like I left the cinema in a much better mood than I went into it. And, you know, from the get-go, the cast are brilliant. They have such good chemistry. Celia Imrie is a British icon. She is such a pro at this point. She just has such a warmth on screen. And yeah, she was great. And so were all the girls. And then about halfway through, they've opened this bakery. They're selling these kind of Michelin-starred cakes. They're finding the customers aren't coming into the shop and they're losing money. Halfway through the film, the movie goes in a really strange direction where Celia Imrie decides and goes to them and says, okay, in order to get the customers in, we've got to be thinking now. London is very multicultural, which is very true. People come from all parts of the world to live in London. How about I'm going to go out and go up to strangers and say where they're from and kind of what delicacies they want to eat from back home that maybe they aren't available in London, which is a great idea and great intentions. But what he does is there's a whole sequence where Celia Imrie goes to people in the street and goes, where are you from? And they go, sorry? She goes, no, where are you really from? Not from London, are you? Where are you from? And they go, oh, I'm from China. Oh, and what do you like to eat in China? And they go, oh, I like this cake. Right, we're going to make that cake. And they go back and make the cake then. And I think it has the best of intentions. But in doing so, there are lots of political lines here and there that I didn't think were needed. Listen, I love politics in films. The next is the next guy. But this is not a film that needs to be political at all. It's not a film that has to comment on multiculturalism or the government or immigration. It didn't need to. Saying that, I think the film itself, like I said, it's really sweet. It's really charming. There are romance here and there. Celia Imrie falls in love with an older neighbour. That's really cute. It's funny at points, it's dramatic at points, and it balances really nicely. A little bit political at places, but you know what? Aside from that, I really enjoyed it.